the end.
God bless. I brought in Joel. I saw him in the comments. So I was like, I'm not
Hey.
him on too.
Hey guys, let's see
What's
how
up?
many people join.
I'm
Yeah, how
trying
you
to go
doing?
on a vacation in Australia. I want different options. I'm only here for a little while. I gotta see where's the best
Now
place
look,
to go.
no, we are going to turn it around because if history has told us one thing, it's that the good people and the truth always rises to the top. And look, the sooner the people turn up, the less pain we're going to go through. But we are going to win. That's just the truth of it.
Amen. I hear it. That's where I'm in my head where people are like, oh my God, Nicki Minaj said that. I'm so scared. I'm like, quit being so scared. It's time to do something. And also, like, the internet, as crazy as the lockdown is, it's kind of amazing that we were able to pull together a smash hit video that traveled the world just on Instagram. Like, I think that way in my life, we're like, yeah, this sucks, but like, it is pretty awesome that we're still able to do that. You know, like I could connect with people in Australia and somehow get you guys to get it, and then everybody hears it
Absolutely.
around the world. So I try to stick
Absolutely.
to the optimism, just keep getting jacked, and then in general, you know,
Yeah.
hoping that at a certain point, enough people get that mentality of like wanting to win, or at least yeah, I just thought of this the other day, but it's like people are getting unhealthy mentally, whatever it is, but like especially mentally. And when you don't really care that much, you're easily controllable, right? Because it's like, you know, like whatever, like I don't even care. But once
Well,
enough people get a little bit heal themselves, it's like, well, yeah, no, I don't want to listen to you, you know, and I think that's why they're pushing people to be less healthy. And the lockdowns, regardless of what they say in Australia, it's definitely making people less mentally healthy, less physically healthy. It's like impossible to be. I was going nuts after 3-4 months, and I'm like, I love my family, but I was like, man, I can't be on top of
yeah.
everybody all the time. I
Yeah.
gotta make a move.
Yeah, but consider this, brother. Like what's going on around the world. Think of it this way: I deal with a lot of conspiracy theorists every single day, and I consider my one, by the way. But when it comes to what's going on in this country, the amount of propaganda they need to convert people and to change their mind wouldn't be needed if they were in total control. They wouldn't need to do it. So the truth in that is that the power ultimately lies in you. It's always been with you, and it's still with you, because the moment the propaganda stops, it means that they've actually got full power, which they don't have. So we do have a fighting chance. We are staying. We're not going anywhere. And I wish I could tell my audience exactly what's going on in this country. But for the Americans that are listening, because I think it's the majority of Americans listening right now, what's going on in your country is going through a great reformation. People are re-engaging in their democracy. They're pushing back against critical race theory. They're taking back the Republican Party. They're taking back the Democrat Party. They're learning to re-engage. And let me give you one stat just to let you know. In New South Wales, we have 8 million people. 5.3 million of them vote. Yet the amount of people that are in political parties is only 30,000. That's 0.5%. So for all of that rhetoric about we're ruled by the 1%, we're ruled by the 0.5%. But if everyone joined a political party, I don't care which one you join, our country would be a much better place. And that is what I push forwards. And so look, man, you're doing a legendary job, and you've really helped to drive this. I'm forever, I'll be grateful. I really appreciate it.
Man, we're just getting started. We got a long way to go.
Oh man, it's a
Yeah.
marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
any
definitely.
like,
We
yeah,
will
go
win
ahead.
this thing. Oh, I was just saying, we will win this thing. Like, I have full faith that we will, you know, fight until the end. Everyone stay strong, never lose hope. It doesn't matter. Like, in battle, there's always, your enemy will come at you from different directions, and you'll go back at your enemy from different directions. And sometimes the direction that you go in doesn't work the first time or the second time, but the third time you'll have a victory. That's what this is. So we just got to keep going from all directions and not give up hope.
Hey
Water
man,
on
I,
sensing,
I
yeah.
saw a very inspiring video today. His name is Dave Ramsey. I don't know if you guys have heard him, but he's a financial advisor. He does like a big financial podcast. He's probably one of the biggest like people in that world. He just kind of gives people advice on this stuff. Huge audience. I just stumbled across him talking about the mandates, and one of his callers said, "Well, I'm a nurse and I'm going to get fired if I don't get the mandate." And he went off supporting him and basically was like, "What I, you know," and this is a huge audience. He said, "What I think is going to happen is people are going to quit, they're going to lose, and then they're going to, in 4 months, like beg people to come back because they're already having nursing shortages. Nurses are sticking to their guns. They're trying to kind of like flex on you and say, we have the power. We're going to fire you." But Dave Ramsey said, your job security, and it stuck with me, it doesn't come from the corporation you work for. It comes for what you can do. And as a nurse, you don't even have to work at a hospital. You're so in demand, it's insane. So if the hospital closes down because there's not enough nurses, they have a shortage, there's people are going to need help one way or the other. It might create a whole new I mean, hopefully it doesn't go that far, but people are just being scared into thinking they have no power. And Dave was saying, you know, he was fully on his side. Stand your ground, leave, get away from these psychos. And then, like, in 4 or 5 months, they'll probably be begging for you to come back, because at a certain point, they will need certain people to work for them.
Absolutely, and we're actually we're on the brink. A lot of people don't realize this. We're on the brink of a union revolution. We've had 150 years in this country of unions fighting for our rights, and they've gotten too close to the Labor Party, too close to the Conservative Party. They are not representing workers' rights, and we're getting to the point where they've got more to gain if they represent the people rather than the politicians. And that's what's happening in this country. And I'm completely and utterly bored of talking about this topic, and that is how I know that it's getting through, because it's like that saying, the moment you're sick of saying something, that's when you're just starting to cut through. And I mean, I don't know if you saw this, brother, but in Victoria, outside of every construction site, there was a rule: you cannot eat within our construction sites. You cannot eat if you're unvaccinated. Yet all of these workers, they went out across the city of Melbourne, and they put their chairs in the street and they just had their lunch out there. It was the best form of protest. They blocked the roads, and I was like, beautiful. I'm very encouraged, brother.
That's a great story. Any last words for you two? Because I'm going to move on, but my buddy's not going to be here, so I'm probably going to stay for a few and try to finish a video tonight and edit a little bit.
Now, look, I've got nothing to say. You've been very generous for me.
Ah, appreciate it.
Well, just expanding on your last point, for the people that do stand their ground and lose their jobs in their industries, there are going to be opportunities for you. Say you're a nurse and we get to the stage where healthcare is difficult for those who haven't received the juice. People are going to need your assistance. There are already job boards being created for those who are pro-choice. So it's not, you know, we're resourceful individuals. Don't think that that's your only skill set. Don't think that that's the only place you'll be needed. The best thing you can do is free yourself from the system.
Amen. Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a whole market. I mean, even if it's a 30% of a population is huge. Even if it goes down to 20%, but the people who don't get it, yeah, they're going to need healthcare. They're going to need all this stuff. I forget the name of it. I think it's called Forward. But they created in America their own health system where it's like you pay them per month and you go to their special health facilities. I haven't done it because I'm always skeptical of anything, but it looks cool, and it seems like somebody came along and was like, healthcare in America is so shit. You know, why don't we just create our own? And they've recruited doctors and all the proper people just through different channels, and they got their health degrees and such. So I thought that was a cool idea. Like you're saying, there's definitely innovative ways to beat it. So hopefully, yeah, it might be like a black market. I'm like, yo, you got a nurse out there? I got a bag. I guess you got to put my
Yeah. All right. Now, look, Dreamer, thanks for having us. Thanks for having us on AN0MALY. You're a legend.
No problem. God bless.
And I wish more power to you. And by the way, let me just make a pitch for you. Anyone that's listening to this, please support this guy. Share his content. Give it a like. Remember to bookmark his content. And if you have money to spare, I know this is a tough time, please donate to him. He's a freaking legend. And I want to give this guy a big shout out. He's been a huge support to us in Australia. But thanks so much, brother. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I'm fortunate. It's a shame I have to give tax money to Joe Biden so he could bomb Turkey and stuff, because it's like, I'm on my tax here, and he's trying to raise him again. I'm like, you son of a... But I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No worries. I'll see you later, man. Thanks so much. Right. And see you, Maria.
Second end. God bless. See ya.
Thank you. I'm going to try to post some of that on my Facebook and YouTube as well. Sometimes I got so much good content, and I edit most of it myself, pretty much everything. But I do have a friend trying to help me with the Clips channel now. But I got so much good footage from Insta Lives. The Australia is the best one. You guys crushed it last time. I think that's at 1 million views on Instagram, 1 million views on Facebook. So just 2 million views through there. I saw it played across a bunch of big news, so it's at least got over 2 million views on my channel, and other people played it too. That was pretty epic that happened from an Instagram Live. They're on a crazy lockdown. I'm not, I guess, ideal for what the media wants to do, right? They're not like, oh, we want people to say what he's saying. Like, I'm pretty sure they hate me. But we're still able to find that lane, and there's a lot of really inspiring people like Gab. I don't know if you guys have heard Gab, and when I say this, I don't even use Gab that much. No disrespect, because I like the guy. I just don't use it as like a consumer. But he got kicked off of his servers. He got his own servers. He's doing this. He's got Gab TV. This guy's a mover and a shaker. I'm trying to build a phone. I'm doing this. So I love that energy where it's like he keeps getting kicked off, but he's completely unapologetic. He does not bow down. He's about to get kicked out of Germany with his app because he won't abide by the German speech laws, which are bullshit. he also has been kicked off the App Store because he won't bend the knee like the other conservative apps, or at least like abide by some rules. So it's epic, and that's the type of that's a winner's mentality that Gab has and Nicki Minaj has. Like she's not worried about the consequences. She's rich as hell, and the blessings you get for not being like a pushover, it's way bigger. And you know, I don't tell people what to believe, but when you're serving a higher purpose or a higher power, and you're doing something for the right reasons, even though in this wicked beast world you might have to suffer consequences, that's when you get the real blessings. That's when the real blessings come out, and you're like, oh my gosh, like it's a sense of purpose and satisfaction that you can't get through doing something that you actually hate. So once enough people do that, they unlock their own bravery of like, no, I can't bear to do this wickedness anymore. You'll see that it's not all bad. It's like there are blessings involved, and it's bigger than what they're trying to take away from you. So don't be afraid. I see a lot of people come around here. Most people are amazing. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's awesome. But sometimes people are scared, and it's like that we don't need that right now. Everybody play your part. It doesn't have to be big, but don't be like a little energy leech and be like, you know, it's not that bad.